My beloved child, I speak to you now in the quiet place where your heart has been listening long before your mind understood why you were drawn here. You did not arrive by accident. You were guided. You were selected gently, deliberately, because your soul has been asking questions that the world could not answer. I am speaking to you, not to the crowd, not to the many, but to you. If you feel a strange stillness as you listen, that is not fear, that is recognition. Heaven knows you by name, and I have come close because you were willing to listen when others turned away. Do not scroll, do not leave. Remain with me for a little while, because what is unfolding is not meant to frighten you, but to prepare you. Many hear noise and call it truth. Few hear silence and recognize the voice of God. You are among those few. That is why your spirit has felt restless. That is why familiar comforts no longer satisfy you. Something within you knows that the world has shifted, that what once felt stable now trembles, and that the old ways of living no longer protect the heart. I see the weight you have carried quietly. I see how you tried to remain strong while the ground beneath you felt uncertain. I see how you prayed even when answers seemed delayed, how you loved even when love cost you something. Do not think these things were unnoticed. Every tear you held back, every prayer whispered when no one else was listening, has been gathered and remembered. You are not weak for feeling overwhelmed. You are awake, and awakening is never comfortable. Listen carefully, my child. The times you are living in are serious, but they are not without hope. Darkness grows loud when it senses that light is about to rise. Confusion increases when truth is drawing near. This is why you feel pressure from every side, why distractions multiply, why voices compete for your attention. The enemy does not need to destroy those who are asleep. He only fights those who are beginning to see. That is why you are being tested now. I come as a mother, not to condemn the world, but to call you closer to safety. Just as a mother warns her child when a storm is approaching, I speak now because love does not remain silent when danger draws near. You may hear many messages, many predictions, many loud declarations, but my voice is recognized by peace, even when it carries urgency. What comes from heaven does not rob you of calm, it anchors you in truth. There is a shaking happening across the earth, both seen and unseen. Some call it political tension, some call it natural cycles, some dismiss it entirely, but you, my child, feel it in your spirit. The earth groans, not to punish humanity, but to awaken it. Hearts are being exposed, choices are being revealed. What was hidden is coming into the light, because light is the mercy that allows healing to begin. Do not be afraid of what is being revealed. Fear paralyzes, but love prepares. Heaven does not act in haste or cruelty. Heaven acts with precision, with patience, and with deep sorrow for every soul that wanders far from truth. When humanity forgets God, it does not become free, it becomes lost. And when it becomes lost, it wounds itself and calls the wound progress. This breaks my heart as a mother. You may wonder why warnings come now, why not earlier, why not later? Know this, God is patient beyond human measure. He speaks softly before he allows consequences to speak loudly. The signs you see are not the end, they are invitations. Invitations to return. Invitations to simplify your life. Invitations to place prayer back at the center of your home and heart. Where prayer lives, confusion cannot rule. Remember this truth, written long ago and still alive today. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Those who seek first the kingdom will not lack what they truly need. Do not cling to what is passing away. Anchor yourself in what remains. Love, truth, humility, and faith are never shaken, even when everything else trembles. My child, you do not need to know everything that is coming. You only need to know where to stand. Stand in prayer. Stand in forgiveness. Stand in quiet trust. Do not let constant news steal your peace. Do not let mockery weaken your faith. Those who laugh today often search desperately tomorrow. You are not foolish for believing. You are protected. Stay with me until the end of this message, because what I will reveal next is not for curiosity, but for protection. There are instructions meant to strengthen your home, calm your heart, and sharpen your discernment. You will understand why you were called to hear this now, and why timing matters more than you realize. Do not rush. Heaven does not rush. It moves with purpose. Before I continue, I ask you to make a simple act of faith, not as a ritual, not as a habit, but as a quiet yes from your heart. If you feel that I am speaking to you, if your spirit recognizes truth in these words, then write Amen. This is not for me. It is for you. It is your way of saying, I am listening. I am open. I choose light over fear. Remain here, my beloved child. I am not finished speaking to you. My beloved child, you stayed. That alone tells me much about your heart. Many feel the stirring and turn away because listening requires courage. You did not. You remained, even with questions, even with uncertainty. This is how protection begins, not with knowing everything, but with choosing to stay close when heaven whispers instead of shouts. I want you to understand something gently and clearly. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. The season you are in now is not punishment, it is preparation. What feels like delay is often mercy making room. When God prepares a soul for what is coming, He first teaches it how to listen, how to discern, and how to remain calm while others panic. This is why your life has been simplifying, whether you intended it or not. Old attachments feel heavy, old habits feel empty, old distractions no longer satisfy. This is not loss, this is refinement. Do not allow fear-based messages to confuse you. Fear scatters, truth gathers. I do not come to steal your peace, but to secure it. When I warn, it is because there is still time. When heaven speaks, it is because mercy remains open. Silence would be far more dangerous than warning. A mother does not wait until the fire reaches the door to call her children. She calls while there is still a safe path. You are living in a moment where many hearts will be tested, not by catastrophe alone, but by compromise. The greatest danger is not sudden destruction. It is gradual forgetfulness, forgetting prayer, forgetting reverence, forgetting kindness, forgetting that the soul needs nourishment more than the body needs comfort. This is how faith weakens quietly. This is how homes become restless without knowing why. I look into your home, my child, and I see where peace has been interrupted. I see where prayer was once natural and later postponed. I see where silence was filled with noise instead of presence. Do not feel accused. Feel invited. Heaven never humiliates, it restores. Begin again, simply. A whispered prayer in the morning, a moment of gratitude at night, a turning of the heart toward God in the middle of ordinary life. These small acts are not small in heaven. Remember this truth that has carried generations before you. Where 2 or 3 gather in faith, God is present among them. A soft answer turns away anger. A humble heart is never abandoned. These are not distant promises. They are living realities when you choose them. You may ask, why does it feel like pressure is increasing everywhere at once? Because the world is moving faster than the soul was designed to move. When speed replaces wisdom, people break without understanding why. You were never meant to live constantly rushed, constantly consuming, constantly reacting. You were created for rhythm, for prayer, for rest, for relationship with God. The unease you feel is your soul remembering its true home. Stay attentive now. Do not scroll away. What I share next is meant to strengthen you, not overwhelm you. In the days ahead, discernment will be more valuable than information. Not every voice that speaks loudly speaks truth. Not every sign is meant to frighten you. Ask for clarity, not spectacle. Ask for peace, not predictions. Heaven speaks most clearly to hearts that are quiet enough to listen. I want you to prepare your inner life before worrying about outer events. A heart rooted in God is safer than any location without prayer. A home covered in faith is stronger than walls without love. This does not mean you ignore wisdom or responsibility. It means you do not surrender your peace to fear. There will be moments when you feel tired of believing, tired of hoping, tired of holding on. In those moments, remember this: those who wait upon the Lord renew their strength. Those who walk in truth will not walk alone. Even when you do not feel me, I am near. Even when answers delay, grace is already at work. I also ask you to be gentle with others. Many around you are acting from fear, not malice. They are searching in the wrong places for relief. Your calm presence, your quiet faith, your refusal to panic may become the very sign that draws them back to God. Light does not argue with darkness. It simply shines. Before I continue further, I ask you to take one intentional step, not as pressure, not as obligation, but as a quiet act of trust. If you feel guided here, if you sense that these words are meant to prepare and protect you, then subscribe. Do it as an act of faith, a small decision that says, I choose to stay attentive. I choose to keep listening. I choose to walk this path with awareness rather than fear. This simple choice aligns your heart with readiness. Remain with me. What comes next will help you understand how to guard your home, steady your spirit, and recognize the difference between warning and distraction. You are not alone in this moment. I am with you, closer than you imagine, guiding you step by step. My beloved child, you have come this far because your heart knows when truth is near. Now listen with calm attention, because what I share with you is meant to seal you in peace, not to leave you anxious. Many messages speak of danger, but few teach the soul how to remain steady when the winds rise. I am here to do that for you. The greatest protection you can carry into the days ahead is not information, not prediction, not constant vigilance, but a rooted heart, a heart that prays does not panic, a heart that trusts does not scatter. A heart that belongs to God cannot be stolen, even when the world shakes. This is why I have been calling you back to simplicity. Complexity confuses the spirit. Simplicity restores it. I want you to understand this clearly. Not every warning requires you to run. Some warnings ask you to return. Return to prayer. Return to humility. Return to love within your home. Return to truth in your choices. When a house is built on rock, storms reveal its strength rather than destroy it. When a life is built on faith, trials refine rather than consume it. You may still feel moments of doubt. That is human. Even the strongest hearts tremble at times. Do not shame yourself for that. Instead, bring your doubt into prayer. God is not threatened by your questions. He is near to those who seek Him sincerely. Speak honestly. Listen quietly. Grace flows where honesty lives. Guard your inner life carefully. Be mindful of what you allow to fill your thoughts. Constant fear weakens discernment. Endless noise dulls the soul. Choose moments of silence, even brief ones. In that silence, heaven has space to work. Angels move most freely where hearts are not crowded with anxiety. I ask you also to watch over your home as a sacred place. It does not need to be perfect. It needs to be sincere. A simple prayer spoken with faith is stronger than many words spoken without heart. Forgiveness spoken in the home closes doors the enemy tries to keep open. Kindness practiced daily builds walls of protection no force can break. Remember this living truth. Love casts out fear. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness cannot overcome it. These are not distant words, they are active realities when you choose them. When you feel overwhelmed, return to them. Let them steady you. There will be voices that mock faith. Let them pass. There will be voices that exaggerate fear. Let them fade. You are not called to chase every warning. You are called to remain faithful. Heaven is not asking you to live in terror. Heaven is asking you to live awake. If at any moment you feel tempted to turn away, to scroll past, to forget what you sensed here. Pause. That impulse often comes when something important is being planted. Seeds are fragile at first. They need protection. Stay attentive, stay grounded, stay close to God. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world. That burden belongs to God. Your task is simpler and more powerful. Love. Pray. Remain faithful. Teach your heart to listen rather than react. In doing this, you will be protected in ways you may never fully see, but will one day understand. I am with you, my child. I have not left you. I will not abandon you. Even when nights feel long, dawn is already on its way. Trust this. Hold to this. Walk forward with quiet courage. Remain in peace. Stay attentive. Heaven is still speaking, and your heart is learning how to hear.